afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching WI TV. It's another edition of News Review. I am Odunwayo Adelere. And with me in the studio this afternoon,
I'm Ambassador Rochin Yorilo. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening to all our viewers all over the world, wherever you are watching us. Let me say Happy New Month to all our viewers all over the world.
Happy New Month to you all out there. Yeah, it's going to be a fulfilling one for us all. You know how we did on the show, bring to you news that made it to the top, then we'll talk on the one we should talk about. But today's kind of a special day. The first day in the month of August, and a day that many Nigerians have been looking forward to see, which is the nationwide protest about end bad governance in Nigeria. Many were even saying it is not going to hold, the protest is not going to hold and all that. But here we had today in almost all the states across the country, many Nigerians are out there clamoring, saying their mind, this is what we want. And today will not be an exception. We'll bring to you news that made it to the top, then we'll talk on the one we should talk about. I want to thank our sponsor, Nokwa Abbas, for always staying through. On Punch Newspaper this morning, we have #End Bad Governance in Nigeria. Protests will continue except Tinubu has said so our demands, protesters. #End Bad Governance in Nigeria. Protesters shout down minister at Eagle Square. We were promised 5,000 naira to demonstrate against protesters. Customers stranded as banks close over #End Bad Governance in Nigeria protest in Abuja. On Vanguard newspaper, we have nationwide protest, Indibotion's protest opens market, demands unconditional release of Kanu. Cholera vaccine to be delivered in few weeks, federal government. ABO, women with empty pots joins protesters in Lagos. On Daily Post newspaper, we have August 1st protest, police fire tear gas at protesters in Abuja. I'm frustrated, police not obeying my orders, Kano Governor Yusuf. Tension as police fire tear gas at protesters in Bauchi. These are the news that made it to the top today. So the first one we'll be talking about today, which is kind of important and we must talk about it, is the #End Bad Governance in Nigeria. Protesters shout down minister at Eagle Square.
Well, if the protester may come out to shout that against the minister, shout down the minister, it depends on that the minister addresses them.
Okay.
Because if you remember what happened, I don't believe the way Wike was reacting on this issue of this protest, because the same set of people that are using Wike today were those set of people that protest against their party then when the PDP was at the ruling class. Then, now, when these protesters are coming, which was a peaceful protest, and everybody has rights and entitled to whatsoever the treasury of the country is.
For the fact that it is in the constitution of Nigeria that you can actually make a protest if you are not okay with one thing that is happening to you.
Exactly.
I see no reason why the government should go against the protest.
I don't know the reason why, because I could remember when Jonathan was here, Jonathan didn't even make any move than to send a policeman to guide the protesters.
As it should be.
Nobody was asked to come and release their identity. Nobody was asked to come and fill a form. Nobody was molested. Nobody was restricted on the place where they are going to protest. They were not given a mandate that this are the set of the places that you are going to protest. Now Wike is coming out. The way Wike was just talking. Now let's look at a video what happened some times ago, where the ex-governor of I think Cross River came out to talk to the protesters. If you see the way the protesters were so calm to listen to the governor.
It depends on the rapport.
The kind of rapport that was within the governor and this same set of people.
Let's see the video first, then we'll continue from where we stop.
You know that we have only one state. Our pride is Calabar. Our pride is Calabar. When we destroy Calabar, after all of this, nobody will come. The pain, the agony, the hunger will be too much. If you check all countries that starts this way, they end up with a revolution. It never ends. It turns to full-blown war. Every one of us will go down. I pray that God should touch everybody's soul here. You are here as my people. You know how many times I've cried for this state. God knows. Cross River State is one of the states with the lowest income. Please, we're all young people. You all know, I always tell you that I was born into a very poor family. So I know what you go through. That is why I started trying to do industries that can create jobs. Asked in the name of God whether this state has money to pay for those industries. We're struggling. I see your hardship, I see the pain. Unfortunately, that's what I have. If we check out of 36 states, Cross River is there at the bottom. I'm not owing salary. I'm not owing pension. I appointed 6,000 people. I'm taking another youths, 20,000 youths. I'm doing all of this because I know the situation. Please, all of you.
Yeah, welcome back. You see that video?
See the way he was addressing them. See how calm the youth were.
I want to actually look at the list of the governors we have in Nigeria presently that can actually talk like this, and the youth will become. A video went viral yesterday.
Let me bust your brain.
Okay.
Governor
Abiodun. That was what I wanted to say.
For a graduation ceremony, when the governor was talking about when he was paid, when they was
the graduates were shouting at him while he was talking.
He was talking about the protest, all this and that. The reason why people should not come out to protest, that the government are trying as much as possible. The same governor, when the palliative was being given to the state,
was locked up somewhere.
Somebody came out to say a bag, not even up to 10 kg of rice, was given to a community that has almost 60 houses. Before you get to know, the governor came out to say it was political propaganda. After his speech, what happened?
You know what actually amazed me more when he was talking was the youths, the graduates were not even scared that it was the governor that was addressing them.
They were just
shouting him down.
Now look,
when the director of the HOD
one of the
graduates,
it's not one of the graduates that was coming all the way from Ibadan to attend lecture there,
and he came address the students with standing ovation.
You see what amazes me was that the man was not scared to have addressed that.
He pulled the broom at the on.
Yes, to have addressed that any governor or anybody that was elected, he is going there to serve. Not that they are seeing themselves as somebody who is so superior than the citizen. Don't you see the way they stood for this man? There was a standing ovation for this man.
Protesters shouted down the Minister of State for Youth Development, that is Ayodele Olawande, who arrived at the Eagle Square in Abuja to address the protesters. As the minister tried to address the crowd, the protesters continued to chant "Hunger Day," preventing the minister from speaking. However, after quelling the crowd, the minister said he wasn't attempting to shut down the protest, describing himself as a comrade who has attended between 105 protests. I am not here to fight you. I am not here to ask you not to protest. It is your right, like I said. I've been to over 100 to 500 protests, he said. The minister also assured that he would address the police regarding the shooting of canisters against the protesters. Meanwhile, protesters have insisted they would not join the others at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, noting that a few days ago a parallel protest had been held without interference by the police. My own is, why are they giving them a specific place for the protest?
Why are they restricting them? Because
why are they
were not
being
restricted when Jonathan was there, according to what I said. You see, let me tell you this. People are tired of all these ministers coming out. I don't know why the Nigerian government are so adamant to the extent in which, not until when they heard that there's a chaos that is coming, in the face of the country, then you see them running helter-skelter to see how they are going to avert. Do you know how long that this same Nigeria has been coming out on social media, coming out in the one way or the other to let the government of Nigeria know that there is hunger in the land, which they yielded deaf ear unto it. Now, yesterday before yesterday meeting that was held in Abuja, the federal government had to conclude that there was a place that has been set up all over the state that where the masses and the citizens can buy a bag of rice for 40,000. Do they think that we are so stupid? Now look at the video that went viral. They had to go and hire some set of element to giving them 5,000 naira to protest against those that are coming out to protest.
Sir, they were hired against these people, but now news came out this morning that some of the protesters that were hired, that is anti-protesters that were hired, said they told us they were going to give us 5,000 naira to protest against those that want to come out to protest. But now we are giving just 2,000 naira.
2,000 naira. Look at that. And this set of people, when you look at them, and after collecting this 2,000, in fact, I was so amazed and I was so ashamed of seeing the video that went viral in this Korodu, Lagos here. People coming out, what this way, the traditionalists coming out in their white attire, bringing out the definition, causing set of people that are coming out to protest. And this same set of people, you still see them in the bus, at the bus stop tomorrow, they're begging for money. Oh, mommy, please give me money. And this set of people that we are in the condition together. You see, I wonder why some set of people are so daft that they have eaten their future, the future of their unborn generation, with what they are going through today. I don't know.
What pains me the most is that all these things that these people did during the former party, when the former party was is what is actually repeating itself now. But they are now scared. I think what is actually making them scared right now is due to what happened during October 2020, which is the EndSARS protest.
Let me tell you this. The EndSARS protest would have gone peacefully. They were the cause of what happened at the EndSARS protest. Let me tell you this, the protest was peaceful.
Yeah.
I think people were on the street, they were at the Lekki Tollgate all over Nigeria. Yeah. What happened? Not until when this set of people, Buhari was the president of the so-called Nigerian country then, not until when they brought military personnel to shoot at the protester. That was when the hoodlum hijacked it. So whose cause?
Now, in Lagos, presently in Lagos, they were given two places to protest, which is the Gani Fawayemi Freedom Park. That is, I think, in Ojota, and Peace Park in Ketu. Now some people are in Ikeja.
Let me tell
These people are telling you that no matter what you do, you cannot stop them from...
Every citizen has the right to move to anywhere of the country. If they could come out that Fulani has the power and has the right to live in any part of the country and do their business. But not minding telling Fulani that doing your business does not mean that you should use your business to affect any other people that are doing their own business on their own. Now, why are they restricting? Why do they have to go to the court? Did Jonathan went to court then to go and restrict them that they should not protest?
No.
Did Jonathan hired military personnel to go and dispatch the protester? The present president of the Nigeria, Tinubu, was one of those people that led the protest. I wonder where Tunde Bakare is today, because he was one of those people, that pastor, coming out then, shouting, saying different kind of things. He brought it down. He brought out his memo. Ganifa at the Ganifa Emipak. One of these activities, this lawyer,
Femi
Falana was also there. All the musicians were there. They were not distraught.
Somebody is joining on the comment section. David Emmanuel, he said, why would they give us specific locations for protests?
That is the question that we need to ask the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and the IGP. Now look at what happened in Rivers State. There was a shooting where undoubtedly a police officer that has his own family, that has his own wife, that has his own children to cater for, was just killed. Just like that, the effort the military, the security personnel is putting into this protest, why don't they put it into what is going on in Rivers? Those set of people that are destabilizing the peace of Ubara in Rivers State, let them bring them into justice. The same set of energy that they are putting into this protest, why don't they use that energy and go to Sambisa Forest and go to the forest we have and flush out all those bandits, all those kidnappers that are kidnapping people, collecting ransom from them?
Since last week, the deployment of military personnel to states now, I see it's on high speed. But kidnappings in Borno, Adamawa, Zamfara, and all that, we don't have enough security personnel to actually go there. But to come face the peaceful protesters,
now
we have enough military personnel.
But they don't have enough military personnel in Borno, in Adamawa to protect the farmers that are supposed to go to their farms. peacefully to farm and bring food out to the table for their children. Many farmers has been sacked from their farm. Many farmers don't have access to their farm. Many farmers goes to the extent of even paying bandits on the road before they can have access to their farm. And nobody is they are not putting those energies at least to wipe those bandits out from the face of the country.
Let me join this with still on the protest issue, because today is basically for protest. Women in Lagos came out and started chanting in Yoruba, Ebio, Ebio, that is hunger, we are hungry. They did not come out alone. They came out with their empty pots.
Let me tell you this. Ask many people, not only in Lagos, all over the country. When you're okay, if they are coming out to defend themselves, they will say there's hardship there's hardship everywhere in the world. Let me tell you this. What can you compare the minimum wage that was there in London, that was there in that they collect in America, compared to what we are having in Nigeria? Can you compare the minimum wage in the UK compared to what we are having in Nigeria? The minimum wage in Canada, can you compare it with what we are having? The livelihood that was being placed upon this set of people out there, can you compare? If the country is so good, let me tell you this, the highest paid job in the country today, apart from the politician, we have the doctor, we have the lecturers. Now, if those set of doctors are moving out from this country, going for looking for a greener pasture, now tell me, don't you know something is wrong with our so-called leaders? Traore, yesterday, I think today, a governor came out, somebody came out and said 1 year is not enough for Tinubu.
No, that is Godswill Akpabio.
He said 1 year is not enough for Tinubu to correct what has been destroyed in the past. Traore, this president,
Burkina Faso
president, came on board just 6 months. The guy is not even up to 40 years compared to a man of 82 or 85 years. I don't know what he said is. Now, Traore only spent 6 months. Why don't you go and ask him how he was? I think they were one of the ECOWAS members before they pulled out from ECOWAS because they saw what the rubbish the civilians president are performing in the face of Africa.
A woman has been seen crying of hunger on Thursday in protest of the current hardship dividing the country, which has erupted a protest nationwide. The woman, Terry, had an empty pot on her head as she was the destination of eyes amid hundreds of protesters gathered at the venue. She held nothing back in wailing about the acute hunger she's experiencing, with many drawn to her demonstration. There was, during the time of scarcity of Naira, when a woman went to the bank and stripped herself naked. When an elderly man went to the bank and was naked because there was scarcity of. Why must we get to the brain in Nigeria before we find solutions?
It happens now. It happens during the period or during the regime.
I am just happy because the past president was an APC member. And the person that took the debating from him is also an APC member. If it were to be, debating was passed from PDP to APC. It would have been,
the 8 years of Buhari, the Minister of Information then, Lai Mohammed, our brother from Ilorin, our Baba from Ilorin, for good 8 years, what he kept on saying was to blame the past administration
for 8 years.
Ruled for 16 years in the face of the country. Now, you are in the journey now together. The money that was recovered then, during the period of Buhari, which EFCC recovered, what did they use the money for? No accountability, no transparency in all this. A woman came out yesterday when he was addressing people on this hashtag and bad government, that Tinubu is really trying. When the president came in, that removing the first subsidy was a good ambition, but at the end of the day, they later saw that things don't longer work the way they thought is going to work.
Even the president himself came out to say it. He said, I sat down, I had done the overview of the Nigerian problem, but as it is, my hands are tied. I have not seen it.
Do you know how long people have been coming out to
never have I heard it
on national TV that things are very tough for the Nigerians? They yielded a deaf ear into it. Then you would have made things possible. Who are those set of people, if not their political loyalists, that was given the license to import rice, to import food into the country? Why don't you open the border for a meantime? Let there be ease. When rice comes in, when food commodity comes in, I believe the crashes of all these food commodity that is being hiked in the market market today will crack down. Everybody will sell whatever he has at his own disposal. Then you cannot begin. See, during those periods of opening the border, you cannot begin to think of what you are going to do or what you are going to offer the masses, how you are going to make life easy for the people. I could remember your state, your one of your statements when you read, I think during the October 1st last year, that you wish you had everything that the Nigerians are saying, how you wish you have something to do about it, but for now
you don't know what
you don't know what to do.
Still on the protest, August 1st protest, tension as police fire tear gas at protesters in Bauchi. And this is not in Bauchi alone. It has happened in Abuja.
I don't know why the police
even in Borno State is not tear gas, it is gunshots. Because
the IGP, I believe, is a man of honor. Kayode Egbetokun is a man of honor and a man of integrity. If the IGP he don't want to stay his personality, he should have launched a probe into this matter. Let those police that fired tear gas, that was shooting politically, let them be brought to book, because everybody has the right to come out the street.
It is my fundamental right.
Everybody has the right to say this is a civilian regime. We are not in the military regime where people cannot come out to say the truth, where people cannot come out to speak against the government, where people cannot come out to express themselves, where people cannot come out to tell the whole country what they are going through. We are in the civilian regime, not in the military era, that you can keep people's mouths shut against bad governance.
Right, Alpha Onyemene, he said, I beg, make una leave my Godswill Akpabio alone, no. I've been a crime again for one to be senseless. Oh, jeez. After all, it is your right to be senseless or not. That is coming from Right Alpha Onyemene. And Olofin Olamitunji, now the starting of hashtag End Bad Government be this. Then police don't tear gas peaceful. Then they tear gas peaceful protesters. If citizens turn back to fight back now, it becomes riot.
That's exactly the point. Before you get to know, look at what happened in Abuja. How did we saw it? Fayose brother, Ayo Fayose.
Okay, that's his brother Isaac.
Isaac came out now to say, okay, they came out with 4 loaded trucks of thugs, disparaging the protesters that are there. Then when they say when they say the president is the father of all thugs in Nigeria, is there any?
There is no lie in it.
Is there any lie in it?
For every statement that they made against this government,
why
and they're actually putting it into fulfillment.
Go and bring thugs to fight against a protester, those that are protesting for their rights.
To make.
Why would you bring thugs? Then, if anything goes wrong now.
No, they will blame it on the peaceful protesters.
On the peaceful protesters.
It will be on their
to avert those protests. But what I want you to know is your turn today. The table will turn to be another man's table. Let me tell you this. You know, one thing that pleases me most was that this set of people wants to acquire houses all over the world. Wealth. When you go to Bodilon in Lagos, there are many cars in that place that they have not even started
using.
For the past 3 to 4 years.
Can you imagine?
That are there. Before you get to know, those cars will be rotting. Most of the houses you bought, how many rooms will you be able to sleep at a time? Go and check some of those rooms.
If you build mansion, if you stay in a mansion, you can only be in one room at a time.
So what is the reason for acquiring all those West, buying houses in Dubai, buying houses in the UK, buying houses all over the world? At the end of the day, most of them don't even know where some of their properties are.
Operatives of Bauchi State Police Command have disrupted the hashtag End Bad Governance protest in the state. Daily Post reports that police officers fired tear gas at the protesters on Thursday, who gathered in front of the Emir of Bauchi's palace. The protesters were demanding a meeting with the Emir but were stopped by police barricade. They wanted the Emir to come out and address them. It would have been a simple thing. Okay.
I think the governor of Adamawa, precisely because I watched one of his interviews yesterday on Channels Television with Shona Kimbaloyi.
Okay.
Where he said he visited the Dangote Refinery. He's got one of the Dangote. He was with Dangote before he became the governor of the state. Now, this morning he came out on one of the newspaper that the 20 truck of rice that the federal government said he has distributed to each state has not been given to them, has not been received by them.
Zamfara said yes. Zamfara said they've now received.
And the federal government came out categorically that 20 trucks of rice.
Dispatched.
Let me tell you this. Number one question, where are those rice coming from? Is it from the one we found when the APC government came?
No.
Is it imported? Who are those people that are in charge of the importation of those rice? Why is it, if those people have the right to import those rice?
What is stopping the Nigerians from importing rice?
Of importing rice? Then what is stopping us? What is stopping the president of opening the border and let food come in?
As the protesters insisted on meeting with the emir, police officers deployed the use of tear gas to disperse them. Now, I now see that we are in Nigeria, in a country whereby you can only make your pain, your groundings, just keep on be grounding inside of you. Don't come outside to make it known. Because how on earth would somebody say, we want to make the pain we are going to, want the president to know that this is what we are going through. And you will bring out military personnel. We have in the north, in the Borno, Adamawa, Zamfara, Katsina, we have gunmen, bandits disturbing them. You fail to deploy military personnel there. Now you now brought military personnel to a state.
Bandits on those states. Now you brought military personnel to disappear peaceful.
I felt ashamed when the governor of Lagos State, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, came out and said, because we don't have enough military personnel, that's why we're going to give you just two places to use in Lagos.
Where they were
Who just that?
Then you see, and when you look at, I saw a video that went viral, I think 4 to 5 days ago. I don't know when Nigeria has turned into family affairs, where a family will rule the affairs of this country. When the Yaloja of Lagos State came, in fact, I was so ashamed to the extent that I had to call somebody that this set of people, it was like they don't have a good advisor. The Yaloja of Lagos came out to be telling the theologians that there is not going to be a protest. Who gave her the order to be coming out? The father is here at the national level, you are there, here at the local level, giving orders to who? Who set of people? The same set of people that can give back to you on age?
For you to know that we are actually in it in Nigeria, the first lady came out, I think it was 2 days ago, showing us the produce of her farm.
Well, showing us the produce, where the farm she had in her own backyard. If truly she's going into farming, let her go to Borno herself without any security personnel. Let her go and farm there. What? Okay, that farm that she's having at the back of her house. How many people can the farm feed?
It can feed her family.
Her family for the rest of the year.
It can feed her family.
For the rest of the year.
It cannot feed the whole
Nigeria. These people are
Nigeria.
not ashamed of what they say out on social media.
Alright, we've come to the end of News Review today. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms, on our Facebook, on our YouTube, on our X account, on our TikTok. You can as well join our WhatsApp community on 0701010859. Our social media handle is Wisdom Yard Online TV on all social media platforms. We want to appreciate all the people who contributed to the right Alpha on Yemenem. Thank you so much. David Emmanuel, we appreciate. All of you, Ola Mitunji, we say a very big thank you to you. And to all our viewers out there, we say a very big thank you to you for always staying glued to WYTV. And this is me saying to all protesters out there, please be safe out there, keep your head safe, because I don't think this government actually mean it well for you by coming out to tear you gas, shooting in Borno State.
Whatever you do is going to be in your own record.
We have people being shot at now. So be safe out there. And our sponsor, Nokwa Abba, to say very big thank you to you. Till we come again on your screen, be good and be fine. Bye for now.